So hi, my name's Christina Gabbitas and I'm a children's author. I'm the author of No More Knives or County Lines and Trapped in County Lines. Both publications were commissioned by Humberside Police and North Yorkshire Police, the respective crime commissioners. So I worked extensively with Humberside Police, visiting primary schools and secondary schools with the resource, educating primary age children what it means when someone's trying to groom them. I worked then extensively with North Yorkshire Police, who saw the value in the work that we were doing, and therefore wanted me to write a sequel story, which is called Trapped in County Lines, and this is targeted at secondary age children. So what I'm finding when I do go into schools, it's quite shocking at the lack of education. That's not the teachers' fault. The teachers do an amazing job, and teachers deserve a medal. I think they do amazing work. They have to wear so many hats. So the teachers need help. And I think we need more face-to-face intervention. So I've been visiting secondary schools with North Yorkshire Police more recently. And a recent one I went into is Rossett High in Harrogate. And as a result of the visit there, one of the pupils wrote a poem about knife crime in county lines and sent it to North Yorkshire Police. So Sergeant Heidi Lewis from North Yorkshire Police then said to me, is there anywhere we can send this to enter a competition? I said, okay. I said, better than that, why don't I set up a competition for children to have a go at writing? It's going to help to educate them. And she said, yeah, brilliant, what a great idea. So I've set this initiative up voluntarily. I hear so many horrific stories. I've been doing so much research since 2019, since I was first commissioned. And I hear stories from parents of children caught up in county lines, lived experience, and it is horrific. And I think that we need to do more to educate children and young people, but not just that, teachers and all in our communities as well. I don't think people in communities realise what is happening. And what is quite shocking as well, as a number of schools don't want to visit, and I really don't understand that, especially secondary age children. I've been at primary school where a 9-year-old's been involved in a county line. The child does not know what that is, but they're being exploited and groomed. The teenagers are victims, being exploited and groomed by the organised crime groups. So we need to do more. So I just wanted to explain how the initiative that I've set up came about. So basically, I'm encouraging children and young people aged 12 to 21 to write about all that kind of surrounds, encompasses county lines. The terminology that we all use is children and young people are not understanding this, and the general public don't neither. So county lines, the cuckooing, the debt bondage, all that surrounds, and the associated knife crime with it. And so Trapped in County Lines, it sees a fatality within the story, in my story, and a child goes missing at the end. So for me, the biggest challenge, the big stories, but I condense them down in order to just make them 15 to 20 minutes long of animation and a graphic comic strip story to engage with all abilities. So the reason this initiative came out of an actual student at Rossett High writing a poem. That's how it was born. And so I set up a separate page on the Trapped in County Lines website, which lists 45 different judges. Now, I want people to talk about it more. So I contacted different police forces up and down the country, different rankings from Essex to Yorkshire, lived experience, relevant spoken word poets, and just so that we could have a real good mix of judges. Now, I've spoken to parents of children who've been caught up in it, and everybody thinks it's a good idea to try and educate from a young age. We shouldn't have to, I know that, but we have, as parents, carers, I've got children myself who are older, but I would be extremely worried with my children. We're at primary and secondary school right now. We do need to educate as much as we possibly can. The delivery in primary schools, it's very age appropriate. Getting them to understand what it means when someone is trying to befriend or groom them. But even in the secondary school, I was a teenager, we're all teenagers. You don't tell your parents everything. Do you speak to your friends? So these organised crime groups are really, really clever. They'll befriend And, you know, it can happen to any child anywhere as well. I just want to say that it's not just in areas of deprivation, it's everywhere. And the girls are being kind of sexually exploited. And it's horrific. I hear too many horrific stories not to do something about it. So again, I want to get the record straight here. This is a voluntary initiative because I've come up against some opposition, which I think is actually uncalled for, unnecessary. And I think it's a lack of understanding on the individual's part who's actually commenting on this. So I'm here. My remit is early intervention education. And I think that's what we all need to do. We need to come together and ensure that our children are educated. I like to educate children about the world around them, and I like to give children a voice. With the research, with all of my stories, I include young people, the Youth Commission, your police cadets, Harrogate Police Cadets, you know, the Warren Charity. Everybody, I use lots of young people to be part of my stories because that's where we're targeting it at. And so basically, writing is therapy. I find writing is therapy. I've been writing for over 12 years, and we've had some brilliant submissions into this initiative. So basically, for children and young people aged 12 to 21 to write a poem or a song about all that surrounds county lines. The animation is freely available to watch online, and to get more of an understanding, and any parents, carers out there, teachers, just watch it, because, you know, we need to all educate one another. It's just these organised crime groups, they'll drive around in really flash cars, they're buying up cheap properties, used as drug dens. There's so much going on that needs talking about. So basically, that's the message I wanted to get across. So if you want to visit trappedincountlines.co.uk, go to the top tab competition, they'll give all the details about that, and you can have a look at all the judges on there. And if anybody wants to have a chat, please just email me. I'm happy to answer any questions. Nobody's being put at risk here. We just want children educated about something that's happening in every community. There's county lines running everywhere. The police are doing an amazing job. I've worked with lots of them, cutting these county lines down, but they need our help. We all need to work together to try and combat this. They do an amazing job with all the intelligence and the cross-working with all different police forces. They're working together. We just all need to work together. And I just feel really passionate about it. So that's me. Thank you very much for listening. And I hope you can take that on board.